God don't pick the qualified. God qualifies and then picks. Okay, so now elementary school, high school, I'm like the last motherfucker that anybody thought was going to be shit. He got ADHD, OCD, he got bottom 5 test scores. All my teachers like, no, that's Mike, the troublemaker kid. I was not qualified on paper. Oh man, that boy's gonna be brilliant. He's gonna be a doctor. He's gonna be a lawyer. He's gonna be a fucking dentist. He's gonna be the No one ever thought that. I wasn't qualified. I ain't trying to act too cool, but I'd imagine I'm the most successful person that graduated in my high school. No one would have imagined I would have went off and became an Inc. 5000 CEO, one of the fastest growing CEOs in America right now. I love that. Damn. Okay.
That's the real New York mating. Well, not mating call, but that's the real New York greeting.
I love that.
Get you right.
Hell yeah.
So welcome to Mind Over Matter, baby. I'm your host, DEJA Wallace. And if you joined us today, welcome. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. You loyal, like you really came back to listen to another episode Big 86 in the building. And I got a special guest with me today. I have Mike Barron. Mike Barron, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Coming fresh from sunny side San Diego.
Yeah.
So he decided to stop in today, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mike Barron is an 8-figure entrepreneur from San Diego, California, and he has a very interesting story. He came from the bottom, and now he's here.
Yeah.
He came from Section 8 housing, a very rough upbringing, and now he's a millionaire. Not a lot of people could say that confidently, so I'm glad to have you here and to dive deeper into your story. So today we're going to get to know more about you and your story, and I want to just understand more about your perspective and your mindset, even the development of your mindset to have become millionaires. So let's dive deep into this episode. Kick back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
Come on.
So, Mike, let's get into your upbringing. Like, how was life like for you as a youth?
Yeah. So I was, first of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, for real. Y'all, I appreciate the welcome, appreciate the vibe, and, frequency real good. Anyway, so now, I was born in 1984. So it's crazy as hell. I'll be 40 next month.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to pinch me. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so my mom had me at 16 years old. And I'm Vietnamese and Mexican. So I grew up in Section 8, as you mentioned. And when I was born, my mom was the oldest of 3 sisters. So she was the oldest. She had 2 sisters. And I lived in the house with my grandma, my 2 aunts, and my mom. So I was like the only boy in the household. And when I was born, I was fucked up. Hyperactive, OCD, ADHD, bouncing off walls, just a wild kid. And when I got into elementary school, same deal. There's about 25 kids in the class. I'm the only one that can't sit still. I'm the only one that don't take naps during nap time. I'm the only one that I'm a little. So they said I was a little slower, And it was tough for me growing up. I can keep going, but, I just grew up, I progressed to 5th, 6th grade. And during that time, when I was about to finish elementary school, I was bottom 5% in the whole state of California. So they wanted to keep me back. Fortunately, my parents didn't do this, but they wanted me on drugs. They're like, yeah, he I remember being with the principal, the nurse, the teacher, and they're like, yeah, your son, he's not gonna, he has a learning disorder. So it was really rough for me growing up in elementary school. I kind of progressed through junior high. I became an athlete. I excelled in football. I was a wrestler. I was captain on my team, and I did that for a little bit. And by the time I'm 15, like 10th grade, I got into I wanted to be a gangster. I wanted to be a tough guy. So yeah, I basically walked out of high school 2 felonies. Yeah, so that's kind of how I grew up.
So why did your parents decide not to make you take the medication that they suggested for you to take?
Yeah, good question. So my stepdad came along, Richie, white dude. He came along when I was about 4. And in kindergarten, he's like, so let me ask you a question. How long do they have to sit on the carpet? They're like, the kids sit on the carpet on average about 4 hours, 5 hours a day. He's like, so you're telling me right now that my 5-year-old son has to sit on the carpet for 5 hours a day, and the problem is he can't sit still? Like, can you sit on a carpet and sit still for 5 hours? So he was young, so he was like, I was 5 years old, so he was like 23. He's like, I can't even sit still on the damn carpet. Can you sit still on the carpet? He's like, my son's not crazy. My son has a gift. So he saw I was just a unique person. And he's like, nah, you tripping. You crazy. He ain't taking no fucking drugs. So they made that decision. Yeah, but it was getting pressed on me though. Mm-hmm. Even though I was like slower than all the kids or whatever, I remember, Michael, go play with the toys in the classroom on the other side. I remember the principal there, the teacher there, the nurse there. I remember them saying like, you might want to consider like getting this boy on drugs so that way he can actually, be part of the classroom. Mm-hmm. So my stepdad turned it down.
Do you think that would have limited you if you did take that route?
So, I don't want to offend nobody, mm-hmm. but I'm not into drugs like that. They said the same thing about my 13-year-old. Okay, my 13-year-old, they said the same thing when she was 5. We went to the doctors. I'm talking about 2 minutes in this man's mouth, the doctor. She has, the data shows that she needs something to stay focused. And I told my wife, I said, she ain't different. She ain't weird. She got a gift. She got energy. So to answer the question, would that limit me? I feel like it would have, because I would have been doped up, all through elementary school. I would have been doped up. I would have been on a drug to like calm me down. So yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because most of the drugs they give to people who do have children, which is crazy, who have ADHD is called retinol. Yeah. They've stripped down retinol to the molecules, and it's literally a few molecules away from being pure cocaine.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So it's actually, I'm happy that you aren't on that because it can become addicting.
Yeah, imagine a little 5-6-year-old boy on retinol.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? Come on now.
Yeah. So what part of your journey did you become addicted to personal development and just wanted to better yourself? Because you did say you had 2 felonies.
Yep.
What made you really want to wake up and just do a full 180 and change your life? Yeah.
Okay, so now let me back up a little bit. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like 7th, 8th grade, and we never had money. And there was something in me where I asked my stepdad, I'm like, how come we not rich? Like, how can we ain't rich? And he was like, he answered corny as hell. He's like, we are rich. I'm rich. His name is Richard. He's like, we are rich. I'm rich. I'm like, man, get out of here. So we never had money, right? So when I was like, I remember being in 4th grade, my aunts bought me some Nikes. And I remember going to 5th grade, my parents never bought me new shoes. And they bought me some Payless shoes. Okay. You know Payless, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in there too.
Okay. And I remember being like, 10 years old, and I didn't want to wear Payless. So I wore the shoes that really didn't fit me anymore from 4th grade the following year. Long story longer, I always wanted like fly shit. I always wanted nice shit. I wanted Nikes. I wanted Fila's. I wanted Reeboks or whatever. So we never had no money. So I'm like, okay, my parents don't got no money. So I need to go get some money. So in junior high, I started selling candy. And,
That's the real hustle. Like,
yeah. Did you do something
similar? A lot
similar?
of kids like used to do that. My brother used to do that.
Yeah. So I go to like the Costco or Sam Goodies or whatever. You know, I pocket like 10, 15 bucks a day. Yeah. I go to the store, I buy one, I steal one. You know, just saying. And so I was doing that. So now I fast forward to high school, and I'm going to answer your question. So now I'm in high school. I'm like 9th, 10th grade. Still ain't got no damn money. But now I got a team, like a little street team selling my candy. So I got like 3 cats selling my candy. So now I'm like the big boss now, you know? Mm-hmm. So I remember this girl in my she's like in my math and Spanish class. She hit her. She's like, why are you selling all this candy? Why are you always trying to get people to sell candy? I'm like, because I'm gonna buy a Rolex. I'm gonna buy a Rolex. She's like, you gonna buy a Rolex? Boy, you crazy, you know? So I'm like 14 years old, 15. Yeah. I'm gonna buy a Rolex. So now you fast forward to like 18. I'm a 2-time felon. Me and my mom never really got along. And it was like one of those, it's like Boys in the Hood. It's like, you're 18, you ain't gonna be shit. You don't do shit. Like when you turn 18, get the fuck out of my house. So now I'm walking out of high school and I don't got no plan. College was not in my cards. I did the community college thing for a minute. And the reason why I tell you that long story is because I had these big dreams as a young kid, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm like, we're going to have fucking Lamborghinis and Rolexes. We're going to live in a mansion. I walked out of high school and I gave up on that. And before I answer your question, this is what I believe. I believe that, so I got a 3-year-old and a newborn baby, 4 months. So I believe that when people are born, they got this like innate ability to be all they can be. Okay. If I took my 4-year-old or my 3-year-old right now and I took her to Target and I'll go by the toy section, she's gonna be like, I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. And what happens is the mom, the aunt, the grandma, the teacher says, nope, you can't do that. Nope, that's not realistic. Nope, your birthday's in 2 months. Nope, Christmas is 3 months. Nope, that's not real. No, we can't afford it. So I believe the little baby that's like reaching, okay, that want all the toys, the 12-year-old that want the Rolex, they're reaching. I believe that life happens and people say no, society says no. So now the kid's walking out of high school and the kid's just been told no so damn long, they've been like suppressed basically, they stop reaching. So now I'm like 18, 19, 20. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm sleeping in my car. I gave up on my dreams. I gotta go get realistic. I gotta get a 9-to-5. You know, I'm paying rent late. And so now I run into this woman at like 25. You hit her. I run into her. The girl from my math and Spanish class. She's like, Mike B. Mike, is that you? I was like, girl, what's up? She's like, man, it's been so long. I ain't seen her since high school. Just ran into her at a function. And she's like, hey, man, did you ever get that Rolex? It fucked me up. It like, you know, the way I would describe it is that like somebody grabbed my collar to smack me. Like, wake up, man. Like, what happened to you? So, she has no idea really, you know, what she did to me. I forgot who I was. A 12-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy that wanted Lamborghinis, that wanted Rolexes, that wanted mansions, that wanted nice shit, that wanted to be the man. I forgot because life happened to me. So when I seen her, you know, I kind of like got back on course. So I'm in corporate now. I'm a career advisor. And I became like #1 at like 250 people in the first month. So, I started going to YouTube, how to be successful, you know, how to make money, how to get rich. And I find Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas, you know the name? E.T.? When you want to breathe, when you want to succeed.
Probably I would know the face.
Okay. Like, I would say like one of the biggest cats in the space for personal development in like the last 15 years. So what he says is, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Definitely heard that one before.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so I go through that. and it's like I'm hooked. I'm like, okay, like shoot this shit in my veins type deal. So I get hooked on personal development, and I get so deep into it that like I'm going to sleep on it. I'm showering to it. I done thrown out the Wayne and the M and the Jay-Z and I flipped it out the car, and now I turned my car into a university. So everything that's just coming into my world is just, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're successful, you're creative, you're this, you're that. So naturally, I just start talking like that. Even though I was broke as shit, I start talking like that.
You had to reprogram yourself.
That's what I did. Yeah, so that was like, I'm 39, I'll be 40 soon, next month. And that was that was like the first domino of me like changing. I always thought that, I used to look at the moon, I used to look at the sky and be like, God, why I got so much bad luck? Why my life so bad? How come my mom don't love me? How come, this? How come I buy a new car and blew a head gasket and then fix the car for $1,300 and I blow another head gasket? Like, how come somebody broke into my car and stole my stereo? Like, how come, like, bad luck. As soon as I got into the development, everything changed here. Everything became positive. Like, I go across the street, and I'm like, how come I get fucked with by the police? Like, how come I go across the street, somebody look at me wrong, we get into a fist fight? Right. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as that happened, everything changed. My outlook changed. My mindset changed.
It's kind of like your mindset was expecting for the bad to happen.
Oh, 100%. Everything you get, your clothes, your physical appearance, it's all here. Right. It's all here. So when I got right here, that's when everything changed. I stopped becoming a victim. Right. So yeah, that's how it all started. Yeah.
And that's really the essence of Mind Over Matter in a nutshell.
No, 100%.
Like, it's aligned right there. One of my favorite movies is The Matrix.
Because, oh, hell yeah. Of course.
Like,
of course.
I'll be feeling like a Black Neo for real.
That's funny. Yeah. I love that.
And I was listening to one of your interviews and you spoke about life being like a game.
It's all a game. This shit a game.
Break that down.
Yeah. Okay, so this ain't me. This comes from a body of knowledge called WISE Consulting, WISE. So they say a game is this. Here's some real game for you guys watching right now. Okay, so a game consists of three things: freedom, barriers, and purpose. I'm gonna say it one more time. A game is freedom, barriers, and purpose. So let's think about an old school game, Pac-Man, freedom. I can go up and down, I can go left and right. Barriers, I can't just jump off the screen. There's like, there's the walls. The purpose, don't get killed by the ghost, eat all the dots, and go to the next level. That's one game. Okay, let's think about another game. Okay, Grand Theft Auto. Okay, freedom, I can go steal a car. I can go, meet the mob boss and go control that block. I could just sit there and do nothing. I got the freedom to do what I want. Barriers, what's the barrier? The police. What's the barrier? The competition, the other bosses that are trying to take over your hood, whatever. What's the purpose? To dominate, to take over. So life, right now, you're here, I'm here. Okay, we got people in the studio right now. We had the freedom and choice to come here today. I had the freedom and choice to go to the gym today. I had the freedom and choice to create a business. I could have done nothing. So I have the freedom to do what I want. Barriers. What's the barrier? Not money ain't falling from the sky. Like if we talk about money and we talk about financial freedom, if we talking about like having a good marriage or a good relationship, if we talking about giving back to your community, okay, like there that doesn't just fall from the sky. There's competition. There's external factors. There's there's things pushing back. And what's the purpose? Shit, my purpose is to help those often left behind. I'm for the single mom. I'm for a little bro on the bus stop right now when it's cold as shit, but he going to community college. I'm for the person that's been overlooked, the underdog basically, overlooked, underappreciated, underpaid. Like I love everybody that's cool, but I'm always gonna identify as like like in a weird way, I'm always going to identify as like damn near underdog because that's where I come from, you know. So that's and that's the bears. That's the purpose, to help those off left behind. My second purpose is to free my people. Who's my people? Well, shit, my wife, my kids, my team, my community. You know, like I don't want to see them struggle and suffer. So life is 100% a game. It's a game. Like I can go outside right now, go up to the cop, act crazy, go blow smoke in his face, go act like I'm gonna threaten him, and I'm gonna go to jail. I can go outside, go see that same cop, and be like, "Hey, good morning, good to see you. I'm from San Diego, man. You know, like I love what y'all do. Service people, man. Gotta take a picture." I can go downstairs, flick people off, get into a fist fight. I can go downstairs, start waving at folks. Life is a fucking game. It's a game. You know, and
you do believe in freedom of choice, obviously.
Oh hell yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, life is a game. It's all a game. It's all a game. Everything. I'm in corporate, right? Mm-hmm. I'll become a president by the time I'm like 27, 28. Meanwhile, at 18, I already had 2 felonies. 27, I'm going home with my friends. We in the garage smoking weed, talking shit. We rapping. We go to the bar, getting a fist fight or whatever the fuck. And I go to corporate, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing, Mike Barron? Good to meet you." I got my Hugo Boss on. It's just a game, and the ones that know how to play the game, that know how to move those pieces, those are the ones that come up. It's a game.
So when you were at that point where you didn't have the rollie yet,
yeah,
that old classmate of yours asked
yep.
the question, right? And it sparked like that epiphany in you.
Yep.
Moving forward,
yep.
How did you because you did not see that. That was not something you seen in your reality as like a commonhood. You had to
right.
go and search for it, right?
Right.
So how important is it now that you, in retrospect,
yeah,
that your environment matches your frequency?
Oh shit, that's everything. But that's like your environment, 100%. Like you're never really gonna become who you want to be if your environment's fucked up, and that includes the people that you're messing with. That includes people that are like in your circle. Mm-hmm. That includes the condition of your car, mm-hmm. or your crib, or your cubicle, or whatever. But
at that moment, your environment didn't match.
No,
that.
It didn't.
So
it didn't.
How do you get out of that? Like,
yeah.
I know it's going to take time. So how did you?
So now, one of my big influences is a cat named Bob Proctor, triple OG in the development space, triple OG. And the game I got from him was that Bob Proctor says that everything you want, it exists. Everything you want, it already exists, either in this form or another, or in this universe or another. It already exists. So I accepted that as like my truth. Okay, so now, for example, I'm saying like, I'm 15. I'm already like, I'm already a felon, and I'm telling my classmates I'm gonna rock a rollie. I'm gonna have a Lamborghini. So I'm like right here at 15. Who would have knew that I was gonna go through life and hit those things? What's the point? At that time, at 15, when no one could see it, not even me, it already existed. And if I would have went left a millimeter, I would have missed it. Okay, so now I'm like, shit, I'm in my early 20s. I'm like 22, 23. I'm dating this girl. We're together for 6-7 years. We got a bad breakup. First girl I ever moved out with. And that night, I go out to my balcony. I'm on the 2nd floor. I don't make this up. It's a full moon out. I'm looking at the moon. And I'm like, hey, listen, you don't know me. I don't know you. We haven't met yet. But to my future life, my future wife, I can't wait to meet you. And I love you already. Mm-hmm. And I met my wife 2 weeks later.
Wow.
I'm like looking out on the city type shit. Like, I know you're out there. You don't know me. I know you. But I can't wait to meet you and I love you. What am I talking about? Who knew 2 weeks? Who knew I was going to go like this? And then 2 weeks later, I would have met my wife. So what I'm saying is everything you want already exists. So my new shit I'll be on, I'm writing down, I'm a billionaire. It already exists. So what I did was I accepted that as truth. So no, whoever's watching this right now, so the people watching this right now, they want to get to the next. They're doing okay, they want to go to good, or they're doing good, they want to go to great. They're at great, they want to go to perfection, or they're having some troubles and they want to, they want to start making it, whatever. What they got to understand, whoever's watching this, is that everything you want, it already exists. That perfect boyfriend, that perfect girlfriend, that perfect spouse, that perfect house, that perfect dog, that perfect whatever the fuck, everything already exists. So once I downloaded that piece of data, I was like, damn, that makes sense. That shit, because you're going to go through life and none of this makes sense. Who knew your roommate was going to jack your shit and then disappear? Like who knew? Like everybody been through some funny shit at some point. If you're like old enough, if you're an adult, and it's hard to see, like some of the good things are coming when you're going through the bullshit. Mm-hmm. So again, I believed, I know today that everything I want to exist. Mm-hmm. So now, it's not a matter of can it be done, or is it possible, or maybe. I know whatever I want is there. All I got to do is make a committed decision. I got to do the work to do it. So it's not like can it be done? It's like how do I shorten up the time? So if your environment's not there and your situation's not there and you got a fucked up, none of that shit matters.
I like how you say like you spoke it into existence first.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
Even when your environment wasn't aligning how you wanted it to be right at that moment, you spoke it into existence. So what is the power of speaking things into reality?
Shit. It starts with thoughts. Then after thoughts is words. So like, I'm gonna give you a little poem. I bet you know where to give you a poem. Has anyone ever give you a poem on this show?
No, first time.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a poem. Ready? It goes like this. Believing, you will be living what you believe in, even though you will be lying. Anything you tell yourself about a future-based outcome, you made it up. So if you're going to make up stories that serve you versus stories that do not, doesn't it make up stories that serve you? Okay, I kind of fucked it up. Okay.
I still feel like you
hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna go one more time. Believing. You will be living what you believe in, even though you will be lying. If you tell yourself people like to pay you, you made it up. If you tell yourself that people don't like to pay you, you made it up. So if you're gonna make up stories about your future, doesn't it make sense to make up stories that serve you versus stories that do not? Okay.
Yeah, you got it there.
That was it.
Ate with that one.
That was it. So what does that mean?
That one was it.
What does that mean?
That was good.
So watch this. I'm in New York. We from San Diego. I got my wife and my babies at the hotel right now, the Marriott, whatever. Diana, it's gonna be so cool. We're gonna go eat the best pizza in the country. Diana, it's gonna be so fun. We about to go take the kids to Central Park. Diana, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go connect with one of my people out here. I'm gonna go, get on some pod. It's my anniversary today, 15 years.
On February 4th, on Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
cute. That
was our first date too, not when we got married. We got married on this day. It's actually the first day I met her too.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you. So, to be married 15 years.
That's crazy.
You got to keep, thank you. You got to keep it spicy. So I'll be doing like a, like a date night every other week. We go to a new steak joint. Okay. We go to a new steak joint. I'm like, Diana, this place got good reviews. My man from Charlotte, he says it's the best steak in Charlotte. They just opened this one in San Diego. It's going to be great. I can go there and the waiter could be an asshole. I can go there, the food could be horrible. I can go there and the service could be, garbage. If I'm going to make up stories about my future, doesn't it make sense to make up stories that serve me versus stories that do not? I could have come to New York, some bullshit could have happened. I could have went to the steak joint. So it starts here, but the words that word is truth. Word is law. So the words you speak is what it is. Mm-hmm. I'm not good at math. You're right. I'm not good at making friends. You're right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really good at networking. I guarantee you're not good at networking.
Yeah.
What do you got going on, Amanda? Jessica, what do you got going on? Ricky, what you got going on? Oh, it's finals week. Oh, how you feeling about finals? I feel good about my bio class. I feel good about my history class. I felt, my chem, that's just that one for me. I'm just not good at chem. You right. It starts with the words and starts with the thoughts and then the words. The problem is most people live at the surface level. Man, I did this shit that Mike said on the damn podcast, and I had a good attitude, and I said these things, and that cat, life didn't change in 2 weeks. So now he giving up. Or a homegirl, she didn't get the result in 30 days, and now I've been eating dirt for fucking 2 decades before I even got anything.
Yes.
You know? So.
It's funny because, like, recently I had, like, this mindset kind of shift.
Okay.
Where I was trying to get there, but like I was being very double-minded.
Okay. Which is normal.
Yeah, where I was like, I had 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but I could not like fully commit because I kept holding on to that old version of myself, and I thought that I would not be cool anymore. I won't be likable or accepted by the people around me because I'm this new version of myself. But then,
that happens though.
Yeah, when I just fully stepped into faith and just like let go of anybody's perception of me, that's how I was fully able to like step into like this upgraded version.
I love that.
Said. It's a game, right?
Yeah.
Level up.
Yes. And you know, I've been through that, you know, so like, you know, so I grew up as a homeboy, and, you know, in my 20s, I'm done doing the bullshit. I'm not really, you know, we might get fucked up and have some liquor or whatever, but we ain't really out there doing too much. I ain't in the streets like that no more. And I remember when I went through that shift and I started getting fucking obsessed on development. I just remember I was like misplaced. I used to go hang out with my friends again, and you know, I remember being like, I'm about to start my business. I'm about to do this. I'm about to start my marketing company. I'm about to leave. They'd be like, Mike, stop, man. Like, like you don't like. We're not. Nobody's working right now, bro. Like, chill. Or Mike, stop trying to impress us, man. Like, we know who you are. And I just remember, like, one time I was at my boy's house. In fact, his son is my godson. And I remember, like, all my boys were there. All the wives would hang out. Must have been about 10, 15 deep. And I'm in the backyard just playing, like, well, my godson just, like, throwing the football at night. My wife came out, like, where you at? Where you? Like, I couldn't even, I don't even like to say I couldn't, but, like, it was hard for me to go in the house because I was so misplaced. And, you know, it's just, it was one of those things where, like, they didn't change, I changed. And I'm never going to be too good or too cool or no shit like that because we don't play that. But it's just like, you'll notice when you start doing that real development, you know, you go, it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's a holiday. You'll start noticing, you're like, damn, Jessica, I didn't know she was so damn negative. Or my cousin Ricky, he complained about you never noticed it. And what it is, you're just like more conscious to your words, your thoughts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the growth happens. So I do want to tell you one thing though. So anybody that like is going through some shit or wants to come up and they ain't really came up yet, I got a bar for you.
Okay.
I already gave you a poem, so I'm gonna give you a little bar.
I'm here for it.
Okay, the bar is that God don't pick the qualified. God qualifies and then picks. Okay? God don't pick the qualified. God qualifies and then picks. So God's not like, hey, you live in this zip code, or you like got the best looks, or you know your parents are this last name, or you know like you qualified on paper. You got the highest IQ, whatever. What that means is you kind of like you got to go through some bullshit. I ain't trying to act too cool, but I'd imagine I'm the most successful person that graduated in my high school. No one would have imagined I would have went off and became an Inc. 5000 CEO, one of the fastest growing CEOs in America right now, number 332. And I'll
break that down again. God,
yeah, you don't like this.
Pick the qualified.
Yep. God don't pick the qualified. God qualifies and then picks. Okay. So now, elementary school, high school, I'm like the last motherfucker that anybody thought was gonna be shit. He got ADHD, he OCD, he got bottom 5 test scores. All my teachers like, no, that's Mike, the troublemaker kid. I was not qualified on paper, oh man, that boy's gonna be brilliant. He's gonna be a doctor. He's gonna be a lawyer. He's gonna be a fucking dentist. He's gonna be no one ever thought that. I wasn't qualified.
When you are able to elevate, you're able to navigate through those spaces better.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So
100%.
It's not that life got easier for you. It's you're able to navigate the spaces better.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I've been on a lot of podcasts and no one ever brought that up. So what used to fuck me up before is I got a flat tire. What used to fuck me up before is that something would happen. Me, I don't let the little shit sweat me no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like life still is going to happen to you. You know, like things are still going to happen. You know, we're at the airport on the way here. They lost the damn, the baby's car seat. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the airport for 2 hours. I handled them, I get my car seat, whatever. I told my wife, I said, me not too long ago, I would have flipped the fuck out, caused a scene. It don't faze me. It don't like, I'm happy that I don't have a terminal illness.
Exactly.
And I got family members that have. Mm-hmm. My grandma passed away from cancer 2 years. Like that ain't shit. Little small things. My daughter's my boy Miguel, one of my business partners. He's visiting from Arizona. He pulls up like every 2 weeks. We're business partners, and my daughter's late to school, and we're driving. There's traffic or whatever. And Miguel, he's from Mexico City. He's like, "Papi, how do you do it?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "How come you're not stressed out that she's late?" And I'm like, "Why should I be?" He's like, "Yeah, if that was me and my wife, we would have been super stressed, like blood pressure." I'm like, the problems I got to solve in this lifetime is go fucking help mankind. The problems I got to solve in my life is go become a billionaire. I'm gonna stress the fuck out because my daughter's like 10 minutes late for school. It's nothing. Mm-hmm. It don't sweat me. It's nothing. You just handle it.
Yeah.
It don't.
Like a few years from now, you're not even gonna remember that.
No, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It is nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let this small shit sweat you. Mm-hmm. You're alive right now. Be grateful.
Exactly. So you do have this power statement that I see a lot that you say, "See you at the top."
Yeah.
See you at the top.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you?
Yeah. Okay. So that's my slogan. Mm-hmm. And it's like I say it as an empowering way, and I say it when people act weird. So I'm gonna go the empowering way first. So like we're all climbing this thing. Corporate, you're climbing like the corporate ladder. In society, you're climbing that social ladder or whatever. So I live with all the rich folks now. They think I'm like the community rapper, even though I don't rap, because nobody look like me. They all look like doctors and shit, right?
Yeah.
So, on my journey, I started saying that 2015, and it was like, okay, we're gonna do all that. Like we gonna do all that. Like we gonna retire folks. We gonna retire my wife's mom. We gonna give back to the community. Like money's not everything, obviously. That's not what it is. But it's the best way to keep track of the score. Okay. Mm. So now if we going for financial freedom, it's like I'm gonna climb like that big ass Mount Everest right in front of you. I love y'all, but I'm going. Like I'm 100% going. I don't give a fuck if there's tigers and what. I'm going. Period. So boom, boop, boop, boop. I'll see you at the top. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. And you can't really ever reach the top. Elon Musk ain't even reach the top. It's like you just chasing that best version of yourself. Mm-hmm. Is what it is. That's what it means to me. I'll see you at the top because, like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna go climb this fucking summit.
Is the top really lonely, as they say? Because you have reached the top to some degree.
I don't believe that shit.
You don't believe
like I don't like. I love people. I got a team of about 100, give or take. We have about 100 people, sometimes more. I got good people in my life still. I know people that are really wealthy that are not good people. I know people that are wealthy that are, just some of the most kind people. I know people that are broke that are fucking untrustworthy. I know people that are broke that are like some of the most kind people you ever meet. So money don't really change people. They say money changes. He got money now. He changed. He got money now. He think he's the shit. No, that guy was always a fucking asshole. But now he got money, so now the more truth is coming out. Mm-hmm. You know, so me, I like to be nice. I like to be friendly. I like to be kind. I like to be welcoming. I don't like to shake people's hands. I like to dap people up. I like to hug people. You know, to me, the top ain't lonely.
What is your perspective on money in this game?
Money's energy. Okay, money's energy. Money needs a flow. Money. What money is it buys freedom. It buys freedom. Okay. Little small shit, you know.
Mm-hmm. So when we're born, you don't think we don't have money? Like, are we free?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Most of us are not free because we're going to make a decision based on, like look at me, people in New York. They all going from A to B. They're going from like their house to work. Mm-hmm. Some people making big paper. Some people making little paper. It's just, we go across the street to McDonald's to get a coffee. Like they're not going to give me a free coffee. Like I got to give you some chips to get that coffee. You know, we go across the street to get whatever. You gotta fork up some bread to get that. Like what I'm right now, what I'm on a mission on right now as a 39-year-old man, I'm on a mission right now to free my wife and my daughters, and then my people. So like I'm making money, stacking money.
So why do you say they're not free right now?
Because if I get hit by a bus right now, if I walk across the street and get hit by a bus,
that's a bad idea.
Right. My daughters are going to have to go work to make a living. Okay. And I don't want my daughters to work to make a living. I want my daughters to be the best expression of themselves. And my daughter already wants to be an artist, and she just loves artwork and money and thing. I want her to go do that. Perhaps she don't want to do that. Perhaps if she wants to go drive, a city bus, and that's what she's fulfilled, that I don't give a fuck. I just want her to be able to have choices to do what she wants, not based off of like, oh, I got to do this because I got to make $1. So I'm making money, stacking money, investing money. Make money, stacking money, investing money. So in recent years, I became a real estate investor. So I own apartment complexes. So now with apartment, to me, that's where the freedom's at. Because I get like mailbox money. On the 1st or the 3rd, I get checks in the mail. So like I'm running out of time. I need to go get more fucking apartment complexes so that way I can, when I expire, when my body, is done, I can go Juliana, my oldest, Aria, my middle child, Marina, okay, my little baby, Diana, my wife, who's 6 years younger than me. Like, this is here, take it. Don't screw this up. And then they'll like my last name will get paid forever. I don't want them to have to work for $1. I want them to be able to make decisions based off what they want. So that's what I got to say about that.
So you say God qualifies, right?
That's right.
So do you believe that everything is already written? Like your story is already written?
Damn.
For you? Or do
that's
you
a good
think
question. That's a good question.
Your freedom of choice and your willpower kind of just makes everything like in provision in a way? That's
a really good question. That's a good question because I can go either way. That's a really good question because I believe in both, but both are different. Mm-hmm. So I believe that everything's written. God don't make mistakes. God don't make, like the universe don't make mistakes. Like, when I had my roommate that I had a roommate, my daughter must have been 1 year old. I don't even tell nobody this. I had a roommate and he was like a young cat and he was a street cat. My wife's like, we shouldn't have him as a roommate. Like he that's trouble. And I was already going through my bullshit. So I was like, man, no, he's a homeboy. He cool. Like he liked to drink. He liked to talk shit. I brought him to my boy's house and he got fucked up. He started trying to fist fight everybody. So I had to touch him. I come home later that night. All my jewelry's gone. He done jacked the whole, like, that don't make no, like, that's horrible. Like, it's like, how did this happen? We just put this guy in our house. God don't make mistakes. After every lesson, there's a blessing. Steve Harvey. So I feel like everything is written, but regardless, it's like God don't make mistakes. We're all supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here right now, this moment with you. But I also believe in the freedom of choice, where all you got to do is make a committed decision. You want to get that? You want that six pack? Make a committed decision. Okay. You want that partner? Make a committed decision. You want to open that retail store? You got to make. So let me answer your question. Choice is senior to everything. Choice is senior to everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Choice. Make a decision. Yeah.
So, although God doesn't make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think tragedy happens?
That's like almost above awareness of a human being. Okay. You know, I'm like, let me give you like one of my examples, and it's kind of sensitive, but it's all good. My grandma, she passed at 76, and I'm so close to my grandma. I call her mom. I still have her saved in my phone. You got my phone. I still got it saved in my phone as my favorites. And every now and then I'll pocket dial her. I'm like, okay, she's thinking about me right now. Uh-huh. And when she passed, I was there every day, for her last 6 months when we knew she had cancer. Mm-hmm. Every day. And I was the only one that seen her take her last breath. I didn't go to bed because I just knew, And I'm like, I'm trying to make sense of this. Years before she got diagnosed with cancer, she used to say this too, like, I'm gonna die soon. I'm old. I'm gonna die soon. And she was perfectly healthy. So it's just like, I don't tell nobody. I ain't even told nobody this. She would, I'm gonna die soon. I'm gonna die soon. I'm gonna die soon. I'm gonna die soon. Her life got cut short because that horrible disease called cancer, that horrible illness. I just, you see fucked up shit. You see people getting kidnapped, murdered, raped. I'm a father of 3 girls, molestation. Like, it's like, why does that kind of shit happen? Damn, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I believe that like 99% of stuff that happen, I believe 99% of things happen for you, not to you. So I don't believe in being a victim. I believe it's like what you create. So how that little 3-year-old get in a car accident? That's a really good question. That's a tough one. I usually can answer it every damn question, but that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Damn. Yeah. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things. It's just, there's something that creator is just.
It's the unknown.
It's really. The unknown. Yeah.
I know the answer.
Like how could I make sense of a 3-year-old getting in a fire in their home?
Yeah.
Like it's something.
Yeah.
Perhaps that baby transcended into a higher expression, but that's just one of those unknown.
So if life is a game, how do you beat it?
You gotta go find truth. You gotta go find, like if I pulled out my wallet right here, okay. So I got this wallet right here. If I release my fingers, what's gonna happen?
It's gonna drop.
It's gonna drop. Mm-hmm. Okay, that principle, that law is called gravity. And any principle in law, if that happens in New York City, that can happen in San Diego. That can happen in Beijing, China. It can happen on the moon. It might be different gravity, but that principle is a universal law. There's other laws that are, like unseen. Like you could see me drop that and it falls. There's another law called cause and effect. So which means is whatever you put out is what you get back. Okay, whatever you put out is what you get back. That is a principle. So you want to go find truth. Okay, if you've been married and divorced, if you've been married 5 times, been divorced 5 times, no judgment. There's something that you don't know about marriage. If you've been going to the gym for 2 years and you haven't gotten any more strength, there's something you don't know about working out. If you started a business and you want to make with some real paper, and you've been at it for 5 years, 6 years, and you ain't got no paper yet, there's just something you don't know. There's just something you don't know. So KNOW is know. K stands for knowledge. NO in the middle stands for know. W stands for wisdom. So when you don't have knowledge, you get NO. So like, it's not about being negative. It's not about being positive. Okay, you see so many people on Instagram, positive quote, motivational quote, and they're struggling, which is fine because they're going through that journey. They're going through that desert. But you know, I've been positive for a long time. I've been optimistic for a long time. I still going through the bullshit. So you got to go find truth in the universe. There's truth in laws that you got to go discover. Okay. You know, and
so do you think the truth is relative for people, or the truth is consistent because it's the universal law? It's
consistent.
Okay.
What was in Christian Bible? The truth shall set you free. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The truth shall set you free.
Because some people are really delusional. Like, you'll go outside on Canal Street and you'll hear some crackhead telling you that he's Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And he truly believes that. Put him on a lie detector test. And
right. That shit will even pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's funny as hell. It's universal. You got to go find truth.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to go find truth. So that's what I'm seeking is like, I'd imagine you never heard this because I never heard anybody say this about me. Mm-hmm. I believe the secret to success is having the right data or having the right information and operating on that information. The secret to success is having the right information and operating on the information. So now, if I'm operating off a lie, I'm going to get what a lie gets me, a whole lot of nothing. Like if I'm on a building right now, I'm on the edge, I'm like, man, there ain't no fucking gravity, tripping. Mm-hmm. I could step off that, I'm done, splat, goodbye. So me, what I'm doing with this personal development stuff is I'm just looking for truth. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm studying billionaires right now. If I want to go become a billionaire, I need to stop listening to cats I used to listen to. I got to go get some principles on how to become a billionaire. So that's what I'm consistently doing, just looking for data and information. I'm a straight crackhead for information. Mm-hmm. Hold on, time out. What'd you say again? Okay, yeah. Okay, let me repeat it back to you. And that's where I'm at right now, just looking for fucking truth.
Mm-hmm. With the age of over-information, how do we differentiate the truth from the lie?
Oh, damn. That's a good question. Goodness gracious. Okay, I got a perfect answer for you. I can answer this one. Okay, so now, true story, no judgment. Like legit, my mother-in-law has taken marriage advice from a woman, her friend that had been divorced 4 times. Mm-hmm. And she won't listen to my wife. Even though we've been together 15 years. She won't listen to her daughter, but she'll go listen to her friend. And her friend's giving her some crazy-ass advice. Like, just stay with him. Just stay with him. The guy's like, horrible fucking guy. I want to go whoop his ass. My wife's telling me, don't work, don't mind my own business. And she's like, just stay with him. Just stay with him. Whatever. So this is what, there's so much information there. On the internet, social media, everybody got opinion. More content's being produced now, today, in the last 5 years, in the last 5,000 years, basically. So now, this is what you got to do. If I'm going to go get information and I need to decipher what is good information versus bad information, first thing I do is I go like this. What is the validity of the source or the individual? Like this guy's telling, I'm reading a book, or I'm sitting right here in the corner, this guy's telling me something about how to become an investor or how to create a McDonald's or how to become a good dad. I said, what is the validity of the individual or source? This dude's a crackhead. That's not really, I'm talking about his or her character, just as an individual. So I say, what's the validity of the individual? If I could say, okay, this person's credible, then I go like this. What is the validity of the subject that he or she is speaking on? Just because Michael Jordan said it, he may not be the expert at creating pop music. Basketball, that's different. What is the validity of the individual? What is the number 2? What's the validity of the subject he or she is speaking on? And Michael Jordan's talking about basketball, it's done. It's truth. I don't care what he gonna say some crazy shit I don't agree with. I believe him. Mm-hmm. The third level is this. Does it even make sense for me? Just because MJ said it, just because Donald Trump said it, just because Oprah Winfrey said it, does that even make sense for me though? So if I could say, yes, this person's credible. Yes, this person is credible to speak on that subject. Yes, that actually does make a lot of sense. And number 4, what I do is I remove, you have to stand guard at the door of your mind. So if I could say yes, yes, and yes, I remove myself and I let that information in, and it's like a law. Can't nobody tell me nothing about it. It's a fact. So I'm studying billionaires, you know. Tillman Fertitta, is one of my guys that I follow, one of my mentors. What's Tillman Fertitta? He's a husband, been married decades. His children are doing really well. Okay. He's talking about business right now. He's talking about becoming a billionaire. He owns the Houston Rockets, owns more restaurants than anybody in the whole world, over 600 restaurants, Mastro's, Bubba Gump Shrimp, Joe's Crab Shack, etc. The shit he's talking about, does that make, yeah. So whatever he's saying about business, I'm like, I don't have to filter it because I know it's real. So what you want to do is you got to stand guard at the door of your mind. The people that are very conscious, high frequency, aware, they're not taking bullshit from any source. You feel me? Okay. Instagram is the worst.
Yeah.
They'll say some bullshit and you'll see 100 comments. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. And they don't even know who that Instagram post is.
And then 24 hours later, it's like, oh, it was a lie.
I seen a documentary yesterday. It was this girl got kidnapped. I was watching with my wife last night, 1:00 in the morning. And it's like one of the top movie documentaries right now. It's good. It's like American. I'm gonna send you a DM. And the girl got kidnapped, and the whole media said it was a hoax. So everybody blew her up, saying, "You piece of shit, you're horrible." And then they found out the killer, and everybody started apologizing.
Oh my God!
But you got to stand guard at the door of your mind.
It's true. I think you have to stand guard for what you're seeing too.
Yeah, you got to stand.
And what you're hearing. It's all like a system. You just have to stand guard, period.
No,
and
that's real.
Protect your energy.
No, 100%.
Because sometimes I don't watch the news anymore.
Shit, I don't either.
Like, because
I don't either.
Even like yesterday, they closed school.
Right.
There's a big snowstorm.
Right.
Fear mongering. And it's like, it was a regular snow day.
Yeah, but that's how the media operates.
Yeah.
When do you stop messing with the news?
It's been a while now.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Since I think like COVID time.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the news in a minute. And, it's like.
But I still know the news. You know what I mean? Because like.
But that's how the media, that's how they operate.
Yeah.
A little boy walked across the street, got hit by, I'm like, fuck.
And it's even if I'm not watching it, somebody is telling me it,
Right.
So.
And then, and I don't want to get too weird with the media shit, but the media's going to tell the story. Like they're going to show up and document, and the story's already written.
Yeah, it's scripted.
It's a snowstorm, bam, the blizzard, or what?
It's scripted.
That's what they do. That's what that's the media. I don't fuck with the media like that. I'm just saying.
Except this media, mind over matter.
Yeah. Come on.
Tap in. Is there any last words of encouragement you want to send out there?
Yeah, 100%. So, again, I know this platform is to, raise awareness, empower, create some sort of spark, and like for real, like I'm a Section 8 baby, 2-time felon. Ain't nobody. I was like the last kid in my high school, and if you're going through some shit, congratulations, you're human. Keep going. Okay, that's what the universe rewards, and it starts with here. It starts with the words. You're gonna have to add some skill set. Whoever's watching, okay, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you want to change your situation, you just got to make a committed decision. Go find the girl, the guy that's doing what you want to do. Go tap in, go plug in, go watch their stories, go watch their YouTube, and it has to happen. It has to happen. I got my first lamb. I didn't even tell you about the material stuff. Let me see.
Lamb?
Yeah, I got my shit. I must have bought like 5 Lambos in the last 2 years.
Sheesh.
Trying to tell you, it's weird. Look at my face. I don't look like shit. Look at my face. I don't look like shit. Wow.
Big flex.
I done bought more Lamborghinis than anyone in San Diego in the last 2 years. That's 100% facts. Go ask La Jolla, Lamborghini. Anyways, so now my first one was about 5 years ago. and I asked my wife, and I said, "Could you believe this, Diana? You know, one year we paid rent 6 months late. I used to hide in the closet when the landlord would knock to come pick up the check. I said, Diane, could you believe this? We got a fucking Lamborghini. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. She's like, yeah, look at all the work we've done. She's like, if this didn't happen, none of this would make sense. The game, the Matrix, the universe, it snapped me. So, you know, listen, it ain't about your zip code, ain't about your last name. Anybody that want it can get it in a good way, and you just got to level up. And most people ain't really willing to go through that change and that threshold to get that. I learned this from a mentor, Russell Brunson. He had $1 billion company. He says, Mike, he says 100% of people have desire. If I go down to Chinatown right down the street, what do you want, sir? I'm a genie. What do you want? I want to retire my mom. Boom, done. Bang. Ma'am, what do you want? I want my kids to graduate from Harvard. Okay, done. Boom. What do you want? I want to, overlooking the Hudson. Boom. What do you want? I want a Cadillac Escalade. Stretch. Boom. 100% of people have desire, and Russell Brunson says only 2 people have ambition. You know, to really have that. So listen, y'all can have it. Y'all can want it. This ain't no hocus pocus. Go read a book. Tap into me. Tap into DEJA. Whatever. Like, go level up. Get around. Here's one last thing I got to say on that. The guaranteed way to success is personal development. As long as it's the right information. Me, it took me fucking 15 years. That's the guaranteed way. The quickest way is proximity. Go get in the room. Instead of reading old girl's book or dude's book, go find them and actually connect with them at the networking joint. Instead of, going through somebody's course, go pull up on them. So I'll go meet some of my friends that are done 200 million in a year. I'll go sit down and do coffee in San Diego, 30 minutes. I'll leave that meeting I got 4 degrees. Proximity is power. So that's what, whoever want to come up, level up, do the development or get in the room. You got to get in the room. And it's not enough to get in the room. You got to stay in the room. Don't just go to connect with someone one time. And don't go oh, that guy's successful. Oh, she's successful. Let me go see what I can get. It don't work like that. Go give some value. Go exchange. Stop trying to take from motherfuckers. So that's what I got to say about that.
So many gems dropped.
Come on now.
So many gems dropped. Y'all got to watch this over and over, to catch all those gems. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this was fun. I like this. I learned a lot from you.
No, this is super good.
Yeah.
Super good.
So if you reached the end of another episode, I appreciate you. Shout out to you. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Mother, that is mind over matter, baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how was it?
That was amazing.